What is up, guys? Welcome back to game 5 of the second quarterfinal of the APL 2020. Mad going up against Team Flash here, of course. Mad was able to win that last game, so Team Flash again choosing that red side, and Mad instantly just banning that D-Rock. Man, that must feel absolutely awful, having to ban this D-Rock every single game for the remaining series after picking it in game 1 and losing with it. And Team Flash banning away that Zip. I believe no one used Zip so far, so Zip is probably just gonna be banned every single time on the red side. That is what you have to do, because Zip is just so incredibly broken. And yeah, we might see a QF2 ban coming out here, because Elly has not played it yet. But I'm not sure, I have to see the drop down menu there whenever they show it. They actually ban again that Elandor, this time in the first rotation. They really don't want ADC to get that Elandor at all this series, it seems. And I think it's smart. I think it's really smart. I think Elandor is beyond broken. Kha'Zix being banned out here by Team Flash. Now Alice is not going to be available. Not a lot of supports available. Timmy already picked, Lumber picked, Ormar picked. So what are they going to pick here, honestly? There's a Thane available still. There's definitely something I'm missing. They of course have that Chognar still available, but I don't think we will see that. Grak is still available. I can definitely see a support pick being prioritized here, but actually the Yena being prioritized. Didn't they already pick Yena? Oh no, they didn't pick Yena yet. They changed it to Hayate, remember. So we might see a Yena onto either Yuzon or onto 0322. Although 0322 seems to be Mad's Yena player primarily so far. So we will definitely have to see who gets it. I don't think I've seen Yuzon so far on Yena. Would definitely love to see it on 0322 more than on Yuzon, because I feel like 0322 already has proven himself. Now let's see what these picks are going to be. I fully expect to see a support pick in here. As I said, maybe a Thane. Xenial has been picked. Ormar has not been picked by Team Flash so far. The Chi being picked up. Chi, of course, no, not contested at all so far in this series. Which is kind of interesting. We've seen a lot of teams actually prioritize Chi a little bit with those amazing Slayer laners that perform well on Chi. And now, as I said, man, we might see a Thane pick, because otherwise they will just ban it. You have to pick up your support here, I think, on the side of a Mad. Otherwise, they will just ban it away, and there really isn't too many supports available right now. I mean, there's still Annette. There is still Pura, but we haven't seen Pura at all in this tournament, I believe. So what are they really gonna pick? I mean, Annette is still pretty decent. Crixie being hovered right now, so the mid laners don't get banned. I definitely expect that Omega. See, I'm telling you guys, the support being picked. That was one of them that I was still looking for. Omega and of course Thane are gonna be one of the last supports here available for the side of Mad. And on the side of Team Flash though, we still have, as I said, that Ormar left, Thane left as well. I think next game Thane will be very contested, which is gonna be very funny, okay? I think we will see a first pick Thane next game, possibly, okay? I'm not 100% sure, but possibly. Of course, Mad still has that Xenial available for the support role, which is gonna be huge, okay? At least I think so. But we will see it very soon. Team Flash should be picking up a mid laner here, otherwise Mad will just be banning way too many. Marja has already been picked, Malok picked, Crixie picked, Ignis picked, D-Rock banned. There's still, I mean, there's enough available. There's Raz available, there's Liliana available. And there's also that Tulun available, which we've seen coming out of XB. I think he's fine. I don't think he can get outbanned. He just has such a huge champion pool. Laville actually only now being picked by Team Flash. Now that is a strong statement to make. If you get to game 5 of a best of 7 with global pick ban and you're able to pick Laville in game 5, You haven't used Laville yet, and you're 2-2 in the series. That is absolutely crazy. But of course, we have to watch out because Omega is such a strong early game support that I think we will see him again invading these buffs really aggressively like we've seen it so far. But Team Flash has an Ormar to defend against that. However, that Laville not the best to defend against those invades for that early game. And we have Omen once again being banned away from Yuzon here. Now what I expect is to just let Yena be played on Yuzon. And yeah, we might see another jungle ban, by the way, because they already banned that Kriknak. Zephys still hasn't been picked, I think, by Mad here. Although I'm not 100% sure. There is the second jungle ban, which is going to be Akira. Team Flash has... What are they going to pick here? What are they realistically going to pick? They need a mid laner. However, the mid lane cannot be picked away, so they don't have to pick it right here. What do they have to pick? They have to pick a jungler. Both teams need a jungler, so I think they might just try to pick one up here. And Fennec has been picked, Rourke. A lot of ADC junglers being picked so far, but Pain hasn't been picked, for example. Pain is incredibly good at one-shotting Crixie, so we might see that coming out. Although both of these teams have been very careful about playing Pain. Preita being picked up for that mid lane position, possibly. Definitely is going to be pretty good at defending these invades as well, because he likes to fight in that jungle. Even though he's not the strongest in the early game, he can definitely wreck people at those invades. So that is a good defense there for those Omega invades. And now we'll see. Let me think, what could they pick up here? They have their support. They need a second dual lane. And they are hovering Quillen and Pain for the jungle. And hovering Joker for that marksman position dual lane. So we will see Yuzon actually on Yena. And we might see Quillen coming out here. Now, does Quillen actually do well against the enemy team? I don't think so. He gets pushed away from that Preda with S2, and he gets chain CC'd by that Ormar, and also Laville can block his S2 with his S2, okay? And then you can't slow him down as Quillen, and then he can just run away and just completely one-shot you right after. And yeah, we have that Zephys coming out. Very good pick, because this is still a jungler that both teams haven't picked yet. So Team Flash is really running out of jungle picks here. They still have that Pain available, as I said. But do they want the Pain? Maybe they want a double marksman again. And is there even any marksman junglers left? I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it that there's anything left like that. Fennec has been picked. I mean, there isn't really a lot else. The Elandor is banned, of course. These are the two big ones. And all the other ones, we don't really see them in the jungle. Maybe a Slims. Oh yeah, Kriknak was up. Kriknak was up, but Kriknak is horrible against Joker. So again, very nice pick there by Mad's team to go for a Joker in anticipation of this Kriknak. I think that's why they're thinking about this Kriknak so long, because it is just really terrible against Joker. And I feel like that... What was I suggesting there? I already forgot. I was suggesting some marksman. I feel like that could have been better there for them. Also, a Pain really destroys Joker so easily. So that would have been pretty decent as well. Against that Crixie too. Not the best against Yena, not the best against... actually fine against Yena. You can jump behind her S1. That's pretty cool. A cool interaction. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm on juicy graphics right here. There we go. And yeah, let's see how this actually turns out right now. We have, of course, both teams just going to be clearing that jungle as fast as possible for that first clear. We have Elly already leeching some jungle, actually, away from that Kriknak. So they're already fueling that marksman on Team Flash's side with some extra gold there. And... yeah, not sure. I think the stream was spazzing out a little bit. Don't think it is my laptop. And yeah, We'll see here that Zephys, of course, is going to be incredibly tanky. I think that is the main reason they didn't want to go for a Pain. But again, KuKu, similar matchup into that Zephys. I think both are just not good at beating Zephys because he's so tanky. So really wouldn't have made too much of a difference there. We'll see how this progresses now. Maybe they want to save that Pain for XB in the mid lane. I've seen XB played a lot in that mid lane, so we might see that. But yeah, we have that Omega chilling with his Joker. No invade coming out yet. They decided to not invade despite having a KuKu as an enemy, which is very invadable early game. But of course, if you have a Zephys, he cannot do anything before level 4, so it is difficult. But Neil, very powerful now, okay? One of the most powerful heroes on the battlefield right now in this particular game, because as I said, that level 4 power spike for Zephys is incredibly strong. And yeah, Zephys also has Devil's Awakening. Now this is very peculiar to me, because I feel like Devil's Awakening is not too good on Zephys. I feel like Desperate Duel is better, because on Zephys you oftentimes use your ult first and then you use your other abilities, or maybe you use your S1 and then you ult, but just to refresh that S1 cooldown and for that 20% cooldown reduction. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I definitely prefer the Desperate Duel, but honestly, if I was a pro player here playing in this World Cup, I think the best on Zephys is Endless Cycle, because just not... Hey, Devil's Awakening on Yena, is that a bug? What is he doing? I'm really not liking this so far. Devil's Awakening on Yena. What are you trying to do with that? What is that gonna do? Like, that is not gonna do anything. That is not gonna do anything, man. It's gonna give you some damage reduction, and it's gonna give you 20% cooldown reduction for a couple seconds. But is it really worth it to go for just for that 20% cooldown reduction? Ah, man, I'm not a huge fan of that. That is just in-thing in my opinion. And again, Team Flash has all those Endless Cycles fully stacked out there. I am definitely going to be giving this to Team Flash, mainly because they have that Preta and Laville late game combo. Such strong heroes late game, definitely completely dwarfing over that potential late game of Joker and Crixie respectively. So that is just not good, not a good sign for Yuzon. Just easily absorbs that Laville ult, and yeah, we'll see if that Laville gets caught. He's able to get away. Before that, Omega of course pushes him in. Guys, Omega is so underrated. It is hilarious. It is such a fun hero. But yeah, we already have that Leviathan coming out by Neil, so he's already super tanky on that Zephys. And the Yuzon, I don't know, man. That Devil's Awakening. Oh, it was bugged. It was bugged. Never mind. It was bugged. They do have Endless Cycles. Ah, that's hilarious, man. Good production quality, Mr. APL. What can I say, man? Make me look like a clown, but you're the clown. And of course, Go doesn't have that Endless Cycle, but instead he has that Devil's Awakening, which is exactly what you expect OHG. That is just such a juicy enchantment for her. And yeah, we'll see how this turns out. I think we will see, as I said, in the early game, I think we will see that Zephys just dominating what he's doing so far, by the way. And KuKu is gonna not be able to get that Yuzon kill. Yuzon able to not even use his flicker, just gets away. This Joker in a huge pinch here, and now this Ormar just getting pushed back by Omega, but Ormar way too tanky, easily gets away there. And yeah, we'll see if they are going to be able to get anything out of that kind of victorious team fight there. Maybe they will be able to get this dragon. It is already being started by this Crixie. It is at half HP, definitely going down to this Zephys punish in a bit here. No, he doesn't actually have punish. He never has punish ready when they do dragon. And now this, blue buff goes to XB. This is exactly why you pick that Preda. He can easily snipe these invades. And yeah, look, he did a ton of damage, but they're still able to turn it around because of that Zephys. As I said, that early game Zephys power is coming in clutch. And I definitely didn't expect Mad to get ahead so far. They're already 2,000 gold ahead in this game. Otherwise, I would have just expected them to be a little bit ahead with that Zephys, as I said, but Team Flash to just stall until the late game, and then at that point, you cannot beat Laville. And we might see it still, even despite their huge gold lead already, 2k gold coming in. We might still see a huge just comeback in the late game, and I wouldn't even be surprised. Like, even if they fall behind like 10k gold, you can still see, you really shouldn't be surprised if you see a Laville coming back, okay? Because Laville, oh man, that is just such a cheated hero in that late game. You can't do anything against that, basically, if you let it get to 4 or 5 items, right? So, and now we have Yuzon getting a little bit pushed back here, but ooh, beautiful Arctic Orb, able to dodge away from that Zephys ult, but I think Go will still end up dropping here. So in the end, he just ended up wasting that Arctic Orb and still ends up dying. And now that top lane is getting pushed. ADC is super low for some reason, already got poked out hard, is able to secure his red buff. However, they lose that top lane tower right now. And solidifying their lead further, it is a 3,000 gold lead for Mad now. They're just playing a stellar game of Arena of Valor right now. They are going to be getting that bot lane tower very easily too. Omega uses ult. They're already making a play on that top lane onto that Dark Slayer. And yeah, that is just absolutely insane right now. I definitely didn't expect them to have such a huge lead. This is an absolutely monstrosity of a lead right now. Almost 3.5k gold ahead. They have that Zephys going for a very tanky build, which is just going to help him snowball even harder, because he will be able to go deeper and deeper in these team fights and able to dive these towers without dying. And yeah, it's just going to enable his team to do much more with their lead right now. They will be able to push it much more aggressively. So I really like this build coming out. It is going to be much weaker in that late game with than the Omni Arms build that we see often. Ooh, dodges away from that ult and goes back into poke. Is just so tanky, as you can see. But Preda is able to clear out that wave. However, bottom lane, it is a huge play being made again. Omega is able to single out that marksman there. They are able to pick him up, and now they're pushing onto this tier 3 tower. Preda already used his wave clear, and this seems to be a very, very sad. Yeah, 0322 hits a beautiful snipe onto that Ormar there, finishes him off, and 9 minutes into the game, Mad already has a 4,000 gold lead here, a little bit more than that. Yuzon gets the solo kill on Go in that top lane, and yeah, they just have such a huge lead. That first base tower already down on the side of Team Flash, and yeah, we'll just see, are they going to be able to, yeah, they kill the Kriknak once again. Proe going down as well on his Ormar, and now this Preda is gonna be able to get away with his life via that flicker. However, it does not really matter. The Abyssal Dragon is respawning soon, but it is still a small one for a long time. And look at this Omega, just, he is one level, he's a little bit of XP ahead, like 1/3 level ahead of the Slayer laner of the enemies as a support. That is just such an insurmountable lead. I mean, if Mad loses this is gonna be very sad, because Mad is playing garbage then if they end up throwing this lead. But also, it is gonna be very telling for how broken Laville really is, because if they are gonna be able to get back in this game, it's definitely gonna be due to Laville. And yeah, it's crazy. And we see that Zweihander coming out by XB on his Preta. Of course, this is probably the best build onto Preta. Usually you would see a boomstick coming out if he didn't need that heal reduction this early on. You would see a boomstick into a Spoopy Mask, into a Zweihander, something like that is very decent on Preda right now. And yeah, another Dark Slayer being picked up. This is just an absolute slaughter right now by the side of a Mad. And yeah, I highly doubt Team Flash can come back into this, but Team Flash are the kings of comeback. But this Joker is just playing so incredibly well, has so many items already completed. He is so strong, man. Definitely 0322, making this pick work to its fullest potential. One of the best like Joker performances I've seen so far, just because, I mean, it's the way his team played around it as well. It's just such a good usage of the Joker here, because of course Joker also counters Laville. So yeah, they just used it perfectly, and Laville just losing both his games, I think, in this best of 7 so far. I mean, if they lose this, but man, they already lost 2 of the 3 base towers. Meanwhile, Mad has lost a single tower only so far. That definitely seems way too large of a lead to come back into this game. But as I said, you can never count out Team Flash. Now, Staff of Null coming out by Preta, because the enemies are just stacking up that magic resistance. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is just way too difficult to come back from. Yena actually going for Aegis, which I honestly like. Huge cooldown reduction coming in for Yena. But at the end of the day, is he going for a Fenrir's? I think he's going for a Fenrir's. That's going to be really fun to see. That's going to be a lot of damage coming in from him. But I don't think it will matter. I think they will close this out before he even gets it. Abyssal Dragon being taken once again. Now, I have to say, Mad is pushing their advantage a very, very conservatively here. I'm not sure if they're not pushing enough. Proe just ends up getting caught though, so it probably won't matter. That is the best Zephys ult I have seen in recent times. Gets both the jungler and the marksman on the enemy team and chunks them to less than half health. And you can see this Zephys is absolutely huge right now. So fed. And look at this Joker, just his auto attacks are absolute nukes at this point. XB is able to Arctic Orb, but it does not matter. They will just get their core, and just such a fast victory for Mad here. They are leading this series. Not only do they come back 2-1, I think. They won the previous game, I'm pretty sure. Did they? I'm actually not sure. But of course, 0322 gets another MVP, 7-0 here. Playing out of his mind, 3-2 right now in that series. Only a single kill was taken on the side of Team Flash Wolves in this game, and 45% damage Joker. Yeah, that is the craziest Joker we have ever seen in the APL so far. Just so much damage coming in, man. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to not miss the next and potentially final game of this series. And yeah, if you did enjoy, as I said, leave a like, and I will see you guys the next time. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.